What's up YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's gonna be a feedback video of my experiences playing the new Home Sweet Home Open Beta 2, since they just put out a little feedback thing in a Discord asking everybody to say, like, you know, how they feel so far, and what better way to do that than a video. Just a disclaimer, this is only from Visitor. I have not played any Warden in the Open Beta 2, so I can't speak for them or their experiences and stuff, but I can speak for just Visitor. Now, if you do like the video, make sure you leave a like, sub, and hit the bell to be notified whenever I drop another video. All right, now first things first, let's start with some good. So the no stamina was like a really big thing that they did in the Open Beta 2, and so far I've been loving it. Now, I feel that it still took a lot of the skill out of playing Visitor, because knowing how to manage your stamina, knowing when to use it, knowing how to get it back, doing the finesses, using the pots, vents, elevators to get it back, I felt like that was still more skillful than just hold and shift the whole time. Now it feels like more like DVD and VHS and stuff like that, but I still really like it. And it's also a lot easier for new people to learn the game, because learning how to manage stamina definitely took a little while. Definitely took like around my 30s, 40s to get really good at it. And if you're just trying to game out for the first time and you're dying in the first 2 seconds every time because you don't have any stamina, don't know how to manage it, it could be a little it could fucking suck. So I do understand the change and everything, and I do feel it was a good one. Another good one was making it so that the wardens can also jump down the drop downs with you. I feel like this closes off the distance somewhat, because now it's not like they just can't do anything. They have to go all the way around wherever the drop down may be. So they could kind of still tell you a little bit, especially if they have a little bit of bloodlust. It cuts off distance a little bit, but I still feel it was better than what it was in the Open Beta 1. Now, to keep it positive, and I say this all the time, especially when I stream it on Twitch, I love the pinging system in this game. You feel that you're like really on comms without being on comms. You can ping where the killer is with F. You can throw up stickers, and you can also ping where you are, and you can ping the rituals. And when you ping the rituals, it tells you how far they are in progress. Like, I want to say this game has like one of the best pinging systems out there right now. And this isn't really new or anything, but like I just had to throw props to it again. I feel like they did an amazing job with it. All right, now that is the end of the positive section. I know it was extremely fast. Oh man, I don't even know where to start. Okay, this game has the worst hits of any game. Like, having bad ping, and bad ping on this game means fucking 60 plus. Having bad ping on this game makes the worst experience out of any other game that I've ever played in my life. Like, if your ping is over the hundreds, especially by someone like Bell or the HRK, you are getting hit no matter what. Like, there was sometimes to the point where like there's no point of even trying to dodge it. If they are literally like 5 steps from you, you are just gonna get hit. And I don't know, it's weird to like complain about it, because like it's supposed to be feedback. I don't know if they can really do much about it, but man, it is so frustrating, because there's certain situations. If I play on West back at home, if I play on West, I get like 60-70 ping, and I still have problems. Like, there's some people I know that get like 30 ping, 20 ping. Like, those are the only people who have like true hits. And like I said, this has been in the game since the first Home Sweet Home, but like, man, like you know, you have high hopes when they come out with an Open Beta 2, where they're supposed to be like kind of reworking the game, fixing certain things in the game that were fucked up in the first one. And like the hits, bro, I've seen people literally stream it, and they like literally just wanted to get off when they were getting hit with some of the bullshit that they were like. Yeah. All right, another thing, they nerfed the fuck out of stuns, and they did this back in the Home Sweet Home 1 again, but like they nerfed the fuck out of stuns to the point where it doesn't even feel like it's an optimal move to make. Like, in the first Home Sweet Home, if you wanted to create some distance for yourself, you know, like to make you feel that power of like being able to create distance yourself instead of having to rely on like the map layout and stuff like that, like you being able to create distance for yourself is what made this game kind of cool. Like, you could just finesse off the RNG of the items and the skill and the skillful ways that you use them. Now the stuns are so fucking short that it doesn't even feel like they're worth doing anymore. Like, here's a clip of me playing the homie Travic, and like I hit him with like Tim's knife, and it's just like the stuns are so bad. It's the same with the ratans and everything else. It's just the stuns are fucking terrible. And I'll get more into the stuns and why like it's really so bad later, but the stun is so bad, man. Now another thing that kind of goes off of the stuns being really bad, the fighting aspect of the game now is so nerfed. They made a lot of the stuns different. They gave the Spectre way more health at the end when everybody's trying to kill him instead of leave through the portals, because like the one thing about Home Sweet Home that separated it was that you could kill the warden. Like that was what a lot of people liked of it. You can see it in the Steam reviews when the game first came out. People loved that you can, like, if a killer played scummy, you had the power to fight back and kill them at the end, no matter how they played, if they camp rituals, anything. That was the one thing that separated it. But now they nerfed it so bad to the point where, like, in game, you just want to go out the portals and leave. And honestly, if that's gonna be the way like Home Sweet Home is played, I don't even, you know what I mean? Like, what's so different about this game than everything else now? That you do the rituals and then you leave. Like, this is DBD. Just do the gens and open the exit gate. That's the only option now. So I just feel like them nerfing the fuck out of it is just taking away what made the game great. All right, now I'm gonna talk about the perks a little bit. All right, and I want people to understand that I get it when it comes to, like, it's an asymmetrical game, right? There's two sides of the game. There's wardens and there's visitors, and it's always gonna be a challenge. And it's the same with DVD and VHS. VHS does this like a lot better than the other two, but like this is the challenge, is trying to balance it out and make it pretty fair for both sides. You know, whatever the meta is, you know, they attack it and then they try to break it down and try to make it not the meta and make it that everybody in the game is running this exact same things. But in the first Home Sweet Home, Sturdy and Superhero Landing was the meta. Like, that's what everybody rocked. They completely reworked both of those perks. Now Superhero Landing kind of gets a little bit of a pass during this. There's no fall damage anymore, so the Spectres can go down the hole with you, but now they reworked it that it gives you a little boost. That's fucking trash, by the way, but they reworked the perks that were strong for survivors in the game. But when it comes to killers, they kind of reworked them, and they added ones that fucking takes away like what you use to get away from specters. Like, you use sigils, drop downs, you would use the holy water to blind, you would use the ratans to stun, you would use the vents and the elevators and do all this stuff. Like, sigils is one of the best things to use to make some distance from a killer, especially when they're off the bloodlust. And now there's a perk that you can walk right through a sigil and you just take a little bit of a speed reduction. Like, what the fuck is that? All right, now I'm not going to make this section a little too long, just full of all the negatives, but I mean, I'm just trying to be, like, you know, as honest as possible. Like, I enjoyed the game. Everybody knows I enjoyed this game. I talk about this game all the time. I try to get people to come back and play this game, but I really just want them to get it right. Like, I don't want to get to the point, and it might be at the point where it's just too late, where people are just like, you know what, this game is just terrible. I'm just not going to play it, and the community is only going to be 200, 300 people for the rest of the time, US and NA, because like Asian servers usually have people on them all the time. All right, but the last two things I'm going to talk about is infinites. All right, so this is like a bit like what a warden player would complain about, but the infinites, while I'm even using them, just seem a little too much sometimes, especially against someone like Bell. You know, when you're looking at balancing the game, you got to look at it from like every aspect, not just like most of your killers, but like all of them. The infinites in this game are ridiculous now. The no stamina just makes them even stronger. Like, you can just loot some stuff that you couldn't loot in the first one 6, 7, 8 times before the warden's able to like actually catch up to you and get a hit. It's like actually a little broken some spots on some maps, not every spot. Some of the spots are stupid and useless. Some of them like give you no distance and stuff. But like some of them, especially the one that you seen like a little bit when I was talking about the perks, the video that was in the back of that, like I was just abusing the infinite. Me and the homie Rebs, who I was duo with at the time, we were just abusing it over and over and over on Travic, and he just like, honestly, there was just like not much he could do about it. They do need to do something about that, because the infinites are just a little wow. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is the map design of some of these things, like the pots. Some of these pots in the game now are so fucking useless. Like, you use the pot and it's so close to where you initially went in that the killer is just waiting for you to come out of it and get a free hit. Like in the first one, don't get me wrong, like the pots were a little bit OP in the first one, but like now I feel like some of them are just like so useless. The vents and the pots, like a lot of them are just useless now, and like, just like, what's the point of them? Some of these vents, if you know what vent I'm talking about, the mansion one, the mansion one, the graveyard one, like both of them, they're so close to their entry points that you're still doing 75% of the animation before you come out, and the warden is literally just sitting right there waiting for you. It's a free hit every single time. And then following up on map design, there's a really broken loop on the mansion. It is the table like in the main room, and it is so OP. Like a bunch of wardens are crying about it and stuff, and I've only used it like once, but the right skill on a survivor, they can use that over and over and over, and it's to the point where like the warden just, unless the warden is like really highly skilled, there's just not a lot they could do about it. So they got to do something about that. Now, I've played a good bit since the open beta 2 came out, but I know there are a lot of people who played like triple the time that I played, so this won't be how every single person in the community feels. Like, I'm not speaking for the community, I'm just speaking for myself right now. I really want to see this game do great, and I hope like the devs can listen to the Discord, listen to the people making YouTube videos, listen to the community in general, and just really do something about the game in the state that it's in right now. Because I don't want to see the game only have, you know, 200, 300 people on the Steam charts at once, always on the US and EU servers, and queue times be 15, 20 minutes sometimes. Like, I want to see this game be insta queues all around the clock. But let me know what you guys think about the state of the game in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, a sub, and hit the bell to be notified whenever I post any type of content. But for now, that's all for me. I'm Tony, and I'm out.